So some of your numbers so far, 100, 200, 40 time lately?
Ran a 40 time. My fastest 40 time was 4:47. I ran that hand time, but at the Nike camp in LA, I ran 4:53, and that was empty track. And I ran a 3:79 shuttle here at Poly one time. That was a hand time, and I ran 4 flat at Nike camp in LA. That was empty track too. I believe, yeah. And then as far as track goes, my fastest 100 time was 10:79. I ran that, but I'm not really a sprinter. I'm more of a hurdler. So my 300 time, my fastest 300 time has been 39.6, and my 110 hurdle time has been 14.5. High jump has been 6.8 3/4, and long jump's been 23.1. So I've been doing good pretty lately.
Is this something you might want to do both in college, or you're strictly going to concentrate on football once you get to the next level?
I definitely want to try to do this in college, because I can see myself, I might not see myself making it in 110s or, long jump or something, but I know I definitely could probably end up going to the Olympics in a couple years in the high jump. And that's one thing I want to try to do. That's been my dream for a long time.
Have you got a vert measurement?
My highest has been 37.5, so that's the biggest thing right now. I'm trying to increase on that, but if I can get to 40 inches, that'd be cool.
There you go. Talk about the Combine and Camp series this spring. Obviously, you're going out there, you're running up to Northern California to do things. You're doing all this and that. Talk about how important that is to you as a player.
Well, my thing is that a lot of guys will say, okay, if a college really wants you, they will find you. And, me and my dad's thing always been is go and show what you got. And don't just sit back and wait for somebody to pick at you. You go show them that you're good enough. And that's something that my dad told me all the time. So when camps and stuff like that come up, like the LA Nike camp that they just had, before then I was probably rated, a couple of times as one of the top receivers on the West Coast, and I just never thought that, I deserved it. So I was like, well, I have to go out there and prove to them that I can match up to that and I can match the height. So by me going to the Nike camp, that was a way to prove that. And the Scout.com camp in Berkeley, that was another thing. That was a camp to choose for the Army Bowl that's going to be going on in January, and that's my biggest dream right there. And any advantage I can get, I definitely want to try to get that advantage by trying to go to anything that's going to help me get to that camp.
Okay, if you're in the Army game and if you're breaking away for a long touchdown, are you going to leap at the 5-yard line and try to dive in?
Yes.
Are you going to make it to the end zone?
Yes, I'm going to make it. This time, I'm going to jump from 6, and I'm going to make it all the way in this zone. I'm
so you're going to improve on Deshaun from that
one? Yeah.
Okay, let's start talking into recruiting a little bit. As you were heading into the process, do you have any favorite teams when you were growing up?
When I was young, I hated any other team that wasn't the Trojans. And when I came to high school, it was just USC my freshman year, USC my sophomore year. And then now it's like, wow, I'm being recruited by all these other schools, and USC has been my top, and it's just been other places that I like too, but I always had USC in the top of my mind. It's always been big for me.
Well, I know one of the things we saw you last year at Charles White Appreciation Day at the Coliseum, and you had a nice jersey on that day. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that was something, people may laugh at me about it, but I never knew who Charles White was until I had the jersey. And my uncle bought it for me for a birthday present, and he bought me that jersey, and he bought me a Troy Aikman jersey, and I wore both of them, and I was like, who is this number 12 guy? And I was like, you don't know who that is? That's Charles White. That's Charles White. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll wear it today to the SC game. And I wore it, and I got so many compliments to that jersey, and I didn't know what was going on, and come to find out that Charles White was being awarded, and it was just a happy day for me.
Okay. Talk about narrowing down your choices. You mentioned some schools at USC. Who's offered you so far scholarships?
Right now I have 6 scholarships offers. I have UCLA. I'm sorry about that. UCLA, Oregon, Arizona State, Utah, Washington State, and Colorado.
And are you planning to try to make a decision before the season starts, or do you want to wait and take your trips to see what happens?
Right now I haven't really decided. If I do end up committing to any school, it probably would be in the beginning of the football season. That's been the plan if I did want to commit early, but I definitely want to sit back and take my trips and be able to narrow things down from there.
Do you have a choice on what your major is going to be, or what you're looking to study, what your career goals are?
Right now, I did have when I wanted to do architectural design, but I know that's going to be pretty tough, trying to do going on with football. So that's been one thing I got in the back of my mind. I'm not going to count that out, but that's definitely something I want to do, and probably business management, yeah.
Okay, let's talk last thing about your goals for this next fall. You got your CIF title ring in your pocket. What are you looking to accomplish both for yourself and the team coming up this fall?
Well, I'm going to start with the team first. The team is first, but we definitely are heading out for a CIF championship again. And we have a big game coming up in September 16th, and that's going to be against Bellevue out of Washington. That team beat De La Salle, and that's a pretty good team. And as you see out here right now, these guys are getting ready for it. And that's what's on our minds. You know, we do have CIF championship on our mind, but we want to start with first, and that's going to be against Bellevue. So that's the big thing. We want to beat those guys. You know, that's something real big, because we lost the last couple games against De La Salle. So Bellevue have beaten them. So that's what we want to do. You know, we want to make a statement by beating those guys and show that we're the best on the West Coast.
Well, we're looking forward to it. We'll definitely be watching you this fall. Good luck to you, Terrence.
Okay, thanks.